doctors do? We just remove the symptom. The symptom is a friend of ours. I'll give you an example. You have fever, right? The fever is given by your own system, because when the germ enters your body wants to fight and kill the germ. To fight that, temperature is a good killer. So you increase the body temperature is a good killer. Now what do? You come to me, I'll give you one metacin. What does it do? It lowers your temperature. Okay. Now metacin does a lot of harm. That's a different thing. But when you lower your temperature, the germ feels, aha, now fight pandre. So 1 day's fever will become 3 days fever because you have taken metacin. Whereas if you didn't take it and leave it alone and just give some tepid sponging and lower the temperature and take rest for 1 day, your fever is gone the next day. But of course, if you have malaria, it won't go like that. You have to kill the germ. But by lowering your temperature, you are not going to get better. You are going to get worse. So to do that, things like homeopathy are good because it doesn't abruptly do anything, any damage. It goes slowly. And that's the best way to do it. But at the same time, you must know, for example, arum trifilitum. If you get a sore throat or a cold or cough, arum trifilitum is very good. And Sembukar Naire, mother tincture itself, is actually combined together. They're very good. But what happens is, we don't even have studies to show that this helps. We simply go on saying, now pandra na periya homeopath avarita pola ella sheriyadum. Idda you will depend on this kind of false publicity. No. We must have, you must be able to prove your worth in any forum, be it a court, be it a meeting. You should be able to defend yourself. Of course, it is difficult because you're going against the mainstream, and the mainstream is money. And anybody who goes against money, he's not a good man. He is always condemned. Today, no, if you make money, you are respected. How you make money, nobody will ask. The minute you have a lot of money, they come with a garland, you become a big fellow. Suddenly you become a big man. Don't you see a lot of these unwanted elements, antisocial elements today are respected people? And they know how to make their black into white by getting respectability in society. So if you say, look, homeopathy, I will do good to everybody, it doesn't have to spend so much money. I am going to transplant that liver itself. This fellow is saying he is giving some medicine. What is this fellow, foolish fellow? I will give a new liver. But he won't tell you what happens after the transplant. It's like somebody will put, yesterday there was 2 aneurysms in one man treated very rarely. The paper doesn't find out what happened to the patient. One day there was a huge big paper, what is it called, press conference in Ashok Hotel in Bangalore. First ever heart transplant done in Bangalore. So the further of this, blah, 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 blah. Including chief minister was there. Patient was dead. He had tube in the hospital. But the press conference was already called. So the big press conference. And the press never said what happened to the patient. Christian Bernard did the first heart transplant on Blaber. Blaber could not even get up from bed. But they produced an artificial swimming pool in the intensive care unit itself. Today's digitized photographs, anything can be made. And they showed the patient swimming after 4 days of heart transplant, first heart transplant. Christian Bernard got billions of dollars. Government gave him money because South Africa was in real dumps. Nobody was touching it. So they wanted respectability. They gave him $2 billion. You go around the world lecturing. All the photos, on the photos. Patient sattu in the advertisement. Adilla. Satya Solana. Kashta. Homeopaths must do that. And then only you can get respectability. You must have unity among yourselves. And you must, don't fight a battle. Don't fight a battle. But try to improve yourself. You become an excellent homeopath. That is fighting with yourself. You become an excellent human being. You don't become the best homeopath. Best homeopath means you are the best of the lot. No, you become the very good homeopath. So last but not the least, I am telling you is, human well-being does not depend on any one of us. It depends on the government if it really means. UNICEF said India needs 5 things to have health. A, clean drinking water for everybody in India. You see how you come to my house. I am supposed to be a sophisticated human being. You come to my house and I have got a plastic tube which takes that water from the tap to my filter. It's every day it's full of that green mush. And so much of muck is there. This is tap water. I'm talking of tap water which has got so much fungus in it. I don't know what my filter does, but I drink that because I have no other water to drink. Clean drinking water for everybody. 60% of the hospital beds can be closed. This is the statistics, correct statistics. 3 square meals a day. Do you know how many people don't have meals here? You and I had one breakfast at home, one breakfast here. Now we know there is a lunch here. We know everything. You all know AIDS because there's so much of paper writing about AIDS. Nobody writes about nights. You know, in Delhi, I am told 20 lakhs children cannot go to school because they don't have trousers to go to school. They can't go with their loincloth. They don't have trousers. Poverty is our biggest problem. So 3 square meals a day. 2, 3. Every pregnant mother must have nutrition in the first trimester of her pregnancy. If she doesn't have, the child, if it is born alive at all, most of them die, the child will have a very small pancreas, very small heart, very small lung, very small brain, and very small hippocampus major, which is the most important part of the brain for memory, examination, etc., etc. Now what happens to the child if it is born? Then it grows, and if it supposing goes to Dubai or somewhere to work and eats a lot, pancreas is so small, eating is so much, it becomes a diabetic at the age of 25. It goes to school, all kinds of reservations are given, but the hippocampus major is so small, it can't even memorize 2 into 2 is 4. Child will never pass even 7th standard. And this is why I have been writing for the last 25 years that a pregnant mother must get a midday meal in the poor section of the population. Only 2 states did that. Only 2 states in India. One of the states did it only after the new chief minister came into being. And this man heard me somewhere in a talk like this, and he said, "Sir, you must come and become the chairman of my health department. I'll give you a cabinet post." I said, "I don't want cabinet post. I don't want your money, but I'll help you, but I won't stay there because Patna those days was very bad. People used to be abducted every day." And then this man said, "Do what you like." So I go there. He pays my airfare. I help them. Today, I told him, we don't want hospitals. We don't want hospitals. We want only 5 things. Next, a roof on everybody's head instead of the starlit sky for millions. And a toilet for everyone so that hookworm doesn't kill most of us. Most of our children in villages are killed by hookworms, which sucks what little you get. 5. Cooking smoke kills women in the village. Cooking smoke with dry leaves and dry twigs emanates carbon monoxide which comes into the house, and a woman dies of a heart attack, but she is not recognized in the 5-star hospital. She doesn't come in the paper. She dies there, and people say the goddess was very angry with her, or she had kannu padichu avarku adachi idachi sattu poittaarnu solluvaanga. Illa, in the pogela dhaan sattuvana. Children below the age of 5 die of pneumonia in the village. So you must have a chula, smokeless chula for the house. Then